This time, on sailing adventures, John and I take my parents across to Blunden Harbour. We left Port McNeil at 5:30 Friday after work. We traveled 23 nautical miles across the Queen Charlotte Strait to Blunden Harbour. I didn't film much during our crossing. It was dark and foggy. Immediately after anchoring, I went out in the dinghy to set our crab traps. First thing in the morning, my mom and I set out to check the crab traps and do a little exploring. We had to be careful and watch for rocks. At low tide, you could actually walk through here. We stopped at one of the many beaches to look around. After a short walk on the beach, we noticed the tide was right to access Bradley Lagoon, which is only accessible at high tide. I've been to Blunden Harbour a few times before and always wanted to explore the lagoon. We called Esperanza on the radio and asked John and my dad if they wanted to join us. They agreed, and we went back and picked them up and packed a lunch. The idea is to bring the dinghy through the rapids when the water is deep enough. We didn't make it on our first try. It was still too shallow and we had to turn around.
I can see water right there.
I guess not, eh?
Let's get things around.
It's coming closer.
You don't want to hit it going backwards.
No. We should be going forwards. See, I told you I didn't want to go this way.
We almost made it.
I didn't want to go that way anyways.
But wait till it gets deeper.
Yeah, with the tide coming in a bit more. Dueling cameras.
We spent about a half hour exploring this beach that was right before the rapids while we waited for the tide to come in a little bit more. That looks way better.
The difference of a half an hour.
Yeah. We stopped at the first beach, on the far eastern shore, just inside the lagoon. After exploring that beach, we made our way north, around the corner from where we were. We discovered that the lagoon goes a lot farther than it shows on the charts. We traveled more than a mile past where the chart shows that the lagoon ends.
None of this is even on the charts.
And we're the only ones that could surface.
It says that it ends way back there. Crazy.
Yeah, so much
And it keeps going. It's amazing. It just keeps going.
Uncharted Lagoon.
It was getting to the point where we had to start making our way back to Esperanza if we wanted to make it back before dark, leaving a lot of the lagoon still left unexplored. We turned around and started making our way back. We had a bit of a struggle going through the rapids on the way back as the rising tide flooded in. Back on Esperanza, we warmed up with the diesel furnace and watched the sun go down.
Why would you kiss with all this here?
That night was glass calm, and the stars lit up the sky. Sunday morning, we took the dinghy to shore to do some exploring. After we spent the morning on the beach exploring, it was time to collect the crab traps and pull up the anchor. We traveled 27 nautical miles. We left Blunden Harbour at 1 o'clock, stopped at the Newmass Islands, then headed across to Port McNeil. We're heading across to stop at the Newmass Islands on our way home and check out this little bay that I can see on there on the chart. But always wanted to stop in there and see if you could maybe anchor there or explore the island from there. So we're gonna stop there quickly. It's calm enough out today. We'll stop in there and check it out. Pretty nice day for January. The bay on the Newmass Island is a good depth for anchoring. There isn't much room to swing, so a stern tie will be needed. I will need to pick a weekend with calm weather if I'm going to anchor here, because it seems like the swell from the Queen Charlotte Strait could come right in. We are sailing back across the Queen Charlotte Strait back to Port McNeil. Conditions are perfect. That's the Newmass Islands. Hi. We're sailing. Four knots. 4.5 knots just about. Pretty nice night so far. made it back to Port McNeil at 7 o'clock. We tied Esperanza up to the dock and got her ready to spend the week there by herself. If you enjoyed watching this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. It's a great way to support our channel and stay up to date with all our latest videos.